Welcome to our Global News Roundup, where we bring you the latest and most important stories from around the world. Tonight, we're leading with breaking news out of the Middle East, where tensions are flaring once again along the Israeli-Lebanese border. We'll take you live to our correspondent on the ground for the very latest. Also tonight, a devastating tragedy in Guinea as a football match descends into chaos, leaving scores dead. But first, we start with the escalating violence in the Middle East. Hezbollah militants have launched a series of attacks targeting Israeli positions, claiming retaliation for alleged ceasefire violations. This latest outbreak of violence threatens to unravel years of delicate peace efforts in the region. The situation in the Middle East is incredibly fluid and dangerous right now. Just hours ago, rockets rained down on Israeli communities near the Lebanese border, fired by Hezbollah militants in what they say is retaliation for Israeli attacks. The Israeli military confirms it has responded with artillery fire on suspected Hezbollah launch sites inside Lebanon. Right now, it's unclear how many casualties there are on either side. This latest exchange of fire marks the most serious escalation between Israel and Hezbollah since the 2006 war. Israel has accused Iran of using Hezbollah as a proxy to target its citizens and destabilize the region. Hezbollah, for its part, says it will not tolerate any Israeli aggression against Lebanon. The Syrian civil war continues to rage just miles away, creating a humanitarian catastrophe and a breeding ground for extremism. The international community is calling for calm, urging both sides to exercise restraint and avoid further escalation. We'll continue to monitor developments closely and bring you the very latest as we get it. Turning now to the brutal civil war in Syria, where a major rebel offensive is underway in the northern city of Aleppo. The assault is being led by Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, a powerful jihadist group with links to al-Qaeda. Over the past 48 hours, HTS fighters have launched a wave of attacks on government-held positions in and around Aleppo, using suicide bombers and heavy weaponry. The Syrian military, backed by Russian airstrikes, is fighting back fiercely. The fighting has already claimed the lives of hundreds of people, most of them insurgents. But civilians are also bearing the brunt of the violence, with reports of indiscriminate shelling and airstrikes hitting residential areas. Aid agencies are warning of a humanitarian catastrophe unfolding in Aleppo, with thousands of people trapped by the fighting and running out of food, water, and medical supplies. The UN is calling for an immediate ceasefire to allow aid to reach those in need. HTS has vowed to continue its offensive until it captures all of Aleppo, which was once Syria's largest city. The Syrian civil war has been raging for over a decade, claiming the lives of hundreds of thousands of people and displacing millions more. A joyous occasion turned to unimaginable horror in Guinea, where more than 100 people were killed in a stampede at a football stadium. The tragedy unfolded in the capital Conakry, where thousands of fans had gathered to watch a local derby match. Witnesses described scenes of absolute chaos, as panicked spectators surged towards the exits, trampling each other in the process. Many of the victims were crushed to death while others died of suffocation. The exact cause of the stampede remains unclear. Some reports suggest that police fired tear gas into the crowd to disperse fans who were trying to force their way into the already overcrowded stadium. Other witnesses say the panic began after a section of railing collapsed. The government has declared 3 days of national mourning and launched an investigation into what went wrong. But for the families of those who lost loved ones, there are no easy answers. They are demanding justice for their loved ones and accountability from those responsible for ensuring the safety of spectators at the stadium. Chapter 4. Crypto shocker Ripple's XRP surges in Trump rally. In the world of finance, it's been a day of stunning developments as Ripple's XRP cryptocurrency skyrocketed to become the third largest digital currency globally. This surge follows a massive $100 billion rally in the cryptocurrency market, fueled in part by Donald Trump's surprise victory in the US presidential election. Investors are looking for alternative investments in the wake of Trump's win, and many are turning to cryptocurrencies like XRP. The digital currency has seen its value soar in recent weeks, and the trend shows no signs of slowing down. Some analysts believe that Trump's policies, including his plans for tax cuts and deregulation, could benefit the cryptocurrency market. However, others are more cautious, warning that the cryptocurrency market is still highly volatile and risky. Despite the risks, the cryptocurrency market is booming, and XRP is leading the charge. It remains to be seen whether this rally is sustainable, but one thing is for sure, the world of finance is changing rapidly, and cryptocurrencies are playing an increasingly important role. Chapter 5. Taiwan, on edge, seeking U.S. support amid Trump criticism. Taiwan's President Lai Ching-te is speaking out tonight, expressing his hopes for continued U.S. support despite sharp criticism from President-elect Donald Trump. In an exclusive interview, President Lai emphasized Taiwan's strategic importance and its commitment to democracy. President-elect Trump has raised eyebrows with his recent comments on Taiwan, including a phone call with Taiwan's president that broke decades of diplomatic protocol. He's also suggested that the U.S. might reconsider its One China policy, which recognizes Beijing as the sole government of China. These statements have sparked concern in Taiwan, which relies on the U.S. for its security. Taiwan is a self-governing island that China claims as its own territory, and Beijing has threatened to use force if necessary to prevent Taiwan from formally declaring independence. President Lai acknowledged the uncertainties surrounding the incoming Trump administration but stressed the importance of the U.S.-Taiwan relationship. He said that Taiwan is committed to working with the U.S. to maintain peace and stability in the region. The situation is a delicate balancing act for the U.S., which must maintain its commitment to Taiwan's defense without provoking a confrontation with China. The coming months will be crucial in determining the future of U.S.-Taiwan relations. We'll continue to monitor developments closely and bring you the very latest as we get it. Stay tuned for more updates on this developing story. In a powerful address to the nation, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky accused Russian President Vladimir Putin of actively fueling divisions within Europe. Zelensky's remarks come amidst heightened tensions between Ukraine and Russia, with no end in sight to the ongoing conflict in eastern Ukraine. Zelensky condemned what he called Russia's hybrid warfare tactics, which he said are aimed at undermining European unity and weakening support for Ukraine. He pointed to Russia's propaganda campaigns, its support for far-right movements in Europe, and its attempts to interfere in democratic elections. Despite the ongoing conflict and the constant threat from Russia, Zelensky struck a defiant tone, stressing Ukraine's resilience and its determination to chart its own course. He said that the Ukrainian people have shown incredible strength and unity in the face of adversity, and they will not be cowed by Russian aggression. Zelensky's speech highlights the growing concerns about Russia's malign influence in Europe. The conflict in Ukraine is a stark reminder of the challenges facing Europe. In a move signaling the deepening ties between India and Russia, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has extended an invitation to Russian President Vladimir Putin to visit India in 2025. The invitation came during a phone call between the two leaders, during which they discussed a range of bilateral and international issues. The invitation underscores the strong relationship between India and Russia, which dates back to the Cold War. Despite growing pressure from the West to distance itself from Moscow, India has maintained close ties with Russia, which remains a major supplier of arms and energy to India. During the phone call, Modi and Putin reaffirmed their commitment to strengthening the strategic partnership between their two countries. They discussed cooperation in areas such as defense, energy, trade, and technology. The two leaders also exchanged views on regional and global issues, including the situation in Afghanistan, the fight against terrorism, and the COVID-19 pandemic. They agreed to continue close coordination on these and other issues of mutual interest. And finally tonight, a remarkable story of a young boy from London who is capturing the world's attention with his extraordinary intellect. 10-year-old Krish Arora has achieved a remarkable feat, scoring a staggering 162 on an IQ test, surpassing even the estimated IQ of Albert Einstein. Krish's exceptional score has earned him recognition from Mensa, the renowned high IQ society. He's now among the youngest members of this elite group, joining a community of brilliant minds from around the globe. Krish's parents first noticed his advanced abilities at a young age. He displayed an insatiable curiosity, a love for learning, and an exceptional memory. As he grew older, his passion for knowledge only intensified, particularly in subjects like math and science. Despite his intellectual prowess, Krish remains a humble and grounded child. He dreams of one day becoming an astronaut or a scientist, using his intellect to make groundbreaking discoveries. Krish's story is an inspiration, reminding us that brilliance can emerge from anywhere and at any age. Thank you for watching our global news roundup. We've covered a lot of ground tonight, from the escalating tensions in the Middle East, to the heartbreaking tragedy in Guinea, the volatile world of cryptocurrency, and even the inspiring story of a young genius. Stay tuned for more updates on these developing stories and others as we continue to monitor events around the globe. Our team of correspondents and analysts is working tirelessly to bring you the latest news and analysis, providing you with the context and insights you need to understand our complex world. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for the latest news from around the world. We're committed to keeping you informed and engaged with the stories that matter most. Thank you for trusting us as your source for news and analysis.